Hi, I'm Heather Dodd, candidate for state representative in District 40. That includes part of Lincoln, Monroe, Rawls, and Pike counties. I've had several people ask me why I decided to run for state representative. It's not because I'm Republican, and it's not because I'm necessarily interested in politics per se, but it's because I've had experience at the Capitol getting legislation passed, and I want to take the experience that I have and put it to work for our community. So, try and keep a long story short. My mother was adopted. The records were sealed. As a result, she was not able to find her siblings when she became an adult. Siblings that she was growing up with at the time. She was 7 years old when this happened. And we found her family, but then we had several people asking for help finding their families. And it got to be so many that my friend Gary said the only way you're going to help all those people is to get those silly old laws changed. So in 2010, I began organizing. I found out people had been trying to change those laws for decades and unsuccessfully, and that we had lobbyists and big money that didn't necessarily want that law to be passed. There's a lot of money in adoption, and so we were in an uphill battle from the start. So we got organized. I pulled together groups from all over the state and pulled together experts from across the country. And in 2015, went to the legislature, and I sat down in Jim Hansen's office, and I said, Jim, you're my representative. I need you to represent me here. And I presented him not with just a problem, but with a solution to the problem. We rewrote the language to reflect what it needed to work legally in the state of Missouri and to work for the people of Missouri. And in that meeting, we also met with Representative Don Phillips. And it turned out that Don Phillips had an interest in our bill as well. So Don and Jim sponsored and co-sponsored our bill, and by 2016 we had a signature from Governor Nixon, and by 2018 we also had an amendment. So in 2016 the bill that passed allows an adopted adult who's 18 years old and born in Missouri to access a copy of their original birth certificate so they can find out who their family is. In 2018, the bill that passed was for the descendants of a deceased adoptee. And that's because sometimes families are searching for medical information. So Governor Parsons felt it was appropriate to sign on that bill as well. And so now to date, over 5,800 people in Missouri have requested those birth certificates. When you think about the number of family members they have, the thousands of lives affected, it's just exponential. And we want to take the experience, I want to take the experience that I had in helping to get that legislation through and put it to work for you, not for adoption, but for several other reasons. We're in a farm community. I've been in the agriculture, beef cattle business for over a decade now, and I live on a small farm south of Madison. I have 3 children. All of my boys are military men, and my oldest son is a police officer. My husband is a 30-year union member, and my parents are retired school teachers. So I have a lot of good reasons to stay involved at the Capitol and to help in my community. And I just hope that you will give me the opportunity by voting for me on August 4th. And I will put my experience and my skills and my work ethics to work for you. Service with sincerity is not just my campaign slogan. That is my campaign promise to you. Thank you, and I appreciate your vote.